here's the deal. It's not really a deal. In the previous vlog up here, how I'm trying to become an actor, which is really just, it's kind of just a silly thing that I'm trying to do. Not really doing that as a profession. It's just kind of like a side gig type thing. I work full-time as an IT professional, so I'm not looking to kind of replace this. I know my YouTube channel really isn't going anywhere. YouTube for me has just kind of been this place where I can try new things, be goofy, act, but yeah, it's not really anything else. So I figured, I've got all this video and audio equipment, I might as well put it to good use. So now, one of the things that I'm gonna be doing is, or I have been doing, and I've been setting it up, is I've been working on voiceover work. It's interesting. It's not quite as bad as the acting, so I'm not as embarrassed to kind of do it in front of a camera because, well, there is no camera. But I'm gonna go downstairs shortly and show you kind of how it works. It's something fun to do, and I've enjoyed the few things that I've done. So let's head on downstairs and we'll show you what we're getting into. This is the frustrating part about doing voiceover work when I'm not actually doing the proper setup and just being completely lazy. You can hear this in the background. It's my furnace. And right now, I just have the microphone directly hooked up to my computer, and obviously right now, since we're using my new onboard mic, the sound might be okay, but what you aren't listening to, which I'll switch to now, which is the my Rode Video Mic Go 2 hooked directly up to my computer, which, as you can tell, the audio should be a lot better. However, because I don't have the audio treatment set up correctly, you're getting that noise as well. So, switch back to the camera, and I should really not be so lazy, but I need to do a quick audio application, and for a voiceover gig, it's supposed to be in pretty soon. I think the ad said it was recording on the 9th, and today is the 6th. So, we're gonna do that really quick here. Again, once the furnace kicks off, I'm gonna try to get this done, edited, and submitted, and we'll go from there. So, let's continue, and we'll tune back in as soon as the furnace goes off. Take 3. Our commitment to process excellence. No, try that again. Our commitment to process excellence with a single point of accountability has laid the foundation for our future. When the pandemic hit, it was our... I don't know, that sounded pretty good. So that was a take, I think probably one of the best takes. Again, I'm pretty new to this whole voiceover thing, so right now we're gonna go into Adobe Audition, and we're gonna edit some of the files, see how they sound, and then export and upload those to the application. So down we go. Hey, so this is Editor Todd. I figured I didn't really go into general explanation of what I do post-production on the audio. So I figured I would do a quick, I figured I'd do a really super quick tutorial on, not even a tutorial, it's just a super quick how I do my my audio editing. And if you want, I can do a much deeper dive into the workings of how I do the audio post-processing for the voiceover stuff. So with that being said, let's do a switch over to the screen capturing setup. All right, in front of the editing computer now. So real quick, we'll go over super fast a few edits that I do to my audio files. Go over real quick the few things that I'll do to my audio files when I'm doing my voiceover work. So right now we're gonna load up an audio file here. Now I use Adobe Audition to edit my audio files. I'll sometimes record an Audio Audition, but sometimes I've got a Zoom recorder that I'll hook my external microphone up to. Now, what I'll do normally is I'll go through and edit out a lot of the long pauses, some of the mistakes that I've made. Now you'll generally see here, kind of when I zoom in, these are some big breaks in what I record, but generally one of the first things I do, so we'll just do a quick listen here.
Notice how Catherine Harvey's elongated shards of light draw your gaze like a
Doesn't sound too bad, but what I like to do with my audio files is I'll tend to add an effect on here, and one of the first things I'll do is I'll usually go and add a multi-band compressor. I like the broadcast just because it gives it a little bit more flavor. I don't know if it's good, but now if we listen to it,
choreographed dance swooping down from the streets and up to the stars.
It just gives it a little bit more oomph to the sound. So I'll bring the kind of the gain down a little bit. I might play with the thresholds of certain values a little bit, but not too much at this point. So I'll usually apply that. You'll see it kind of gives it a little bit more levels on everything else. So at that point, what I might do is I might add some denoising depending on how bad it is. I mean, overall right now,
Streets and up to the stars. In this way, the
doesn't sound too bad. Now, the next thing I'll do after I like increase that sort of general volume of things, I'll tend to try to minimize the breaths in between sort of the sentences and stuff. Now, you can do that individually, but what I'll do is I'll go over the whole thing first and try to just kind of take everything away. In order for me to do that, it's under the amplitude and compression, and then we go to dynamics, and basically we're just working on the auto gate here. And kind of generally what you want to do is look for kind of where you're taking your breaths in certain areas, and just kind of mousing over to see how loud they get. And then for me, usually my breaths are kind of around the 35-ish decibel area. So again, I'll just kind of select this all and then apply that. And then again, you'll see in the areas here where there was a breath, there's now no breath. So anything in kind of that range, it'll just kind of more or less erase. So now when we listen to it,
and up to the stars. In this way, the mesmerizing cadence of traveling cars.
So it's not that bad.
From the streets and up.
That one is kind of a big breath, so you can either do that one of two ways. You can either cut it out completely, or you can select that and then again go to effects and just do auto heal the selection. And again, it will pretty much do the same thing as what the dynamics does, but it only does it for that particular area.
The streets and up to the stars.
Now the breath is gone. So those are the two kind of different things that I'll mainly do. I might try some other things. Again, if it's really bad with the S's and that, you know, you can always do like noise reductions, and you can either denoise it or hiss reduction, depending on kind of what's happening. But generally, if you're in a fairly treated room, it's gonna be pretty decent. And again, this is why you have a treated room, so you don't have that noise in the background. So anyways, if you want me to go into a way more detailed description of kind of what I do for the audio processing, I can definitely do that. Let me know. Otherwise, I think we're done, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.